Okay, so lying all the way down onto your back. Arms float to your sides. Have a wee shuffle here so that your shoulders can open broadly. Let the back of the head rest to the ground, feeling heavy so that the throat relaxes, softening around the chest, ribs and belly. Spread toes. Drop into the soles of your feet. Just noticing every point of contact beneath you. So scan down through the back of the body, back of the head, shoulders, back ribs, pelvis, feet, and down the length of both arms. Now with every out breath, let your body feel heavier, dropping into those points of contact with the ground. Notice what softens, what relaxes, creating a sense of space in your body, space to breathe. Staying exactly as you are for a few more breaths, and take this time to check in with where you're at today, what you're feeling internally, what you're feeling in your body, where your mind is at, whether it's busy and restless or maybe you're feeling peaceful, just happy to be here. And then we'll just start with some small movement, tipping your head over to one side and to the other side. So just rocking back and forth. Notice whether you feel a bit tight on one side, to the other. If you're getting any pulling into the neck, into the shoulders. And then we'll let your head settle through center. And drop your knees over to one side. Just keep your feet touching the ground. Coming up through center and drop knees over to the other side. And if you like, you could turn your head to the opposite direction. So as you bring your knees over to one side, nose points to the opposite side. Take it as slow as you like. Getting a sense of spiraling all the way up through the body. And let's make this one our last one. And then coming back up through center, settle in. Give your hands a wriggle, the fingers and the wrists circling and stretching. And then reach arms all the way over here, skim them along the ground above you. So try and let the back of the hands touch the floor if they get there, don't worry if they don't. And then we'll sweep arms wide out the sides and gather your knees up towards your chest, bringing hands lightly on top. So you might want to bring in a bit of movement here, just gently rocking side to side. And then we'll bring the left leg to the floor, left foot to the floor, keep the knee bent up. Take hold of the right knee with both hands and gently draw it in towards your body, noticing if anything feels tight here, if there's any resistance that pops up in your body. And if you're tightening up around the chest or the shoulders at any point, just let them drop back towards the ground. Keep your head heavy. So as we're hugging the right knee in, just move it out to the side and back in again, so just moving it back and forth, side to side, I should say. And then holding it open to the side, bring the left hand onto your hip to hold it in place. Let the knee fall open without rocking off the hip. So keep the body as level as you can, and you can notice your own turn out here. So the knee might be pointing out to the diagonal. And then we'll bring it through center, move it just across the midline of your body. It might be good to hook the ankle to the outside of your thigh if you need a bit of space. Again, try and keep your hips level on the ground so that you're not rocking off the right hip. And with the left hand, gently press it across your body. Noticing if any tightness creeps in here as well. You might feel it pulling up through into your torso, or it might be around the outer hip, or even a bit of tightness in the groin. It'll be a bit different for everyone here. Just make sure you're not completely tensing up. Just keep a little softness in the body. Always check in with your breath and make sure it flows with ease. Okay, bringing your knee into a neutral position. So coming up towards you. The bottom foot, let's slide it slowly out along the ground until the leg is straight, and then flex the foot. Lift the leg high, the left leg, so heel points up to the ceiling, and then switch sides. So taking hold of the left leg with both hands, right foot on the ground, and we'll do it all over again. Start by moving to the side and open. It's just a small movement to start with. Okay, and then we'll hold it out to the side. Prop your elbow on the ground so your leg can rest on your hand. Maybe the right fingers find your hip just to hold it in place. Keep coming back to your breath, let that be your focus. Focus your attention. And then bringing your knee just across the midline of the body, maybe hook the ankle across, holding it with the opposite hand and gently press it across the body just until you feel a good stretch wherever that is for you, maybe outer hip or wherever you're feeling a bit tight in your body. So breathe into that tight feeling, searching for ease. And then with a neutral position, holding with both hands, bottom leg extends out, flex the foot, float it high, pushing the heel up towards the ceiling, and then grab hold of both knees. And then tilt your chin in, lifting your head off the ground, lift the shoulders, and curl up small towards the thighs. Roll all the way back down. And take a breath in when you get to the bottom. With your out breath, lift again. So curl your body off. See how much you can lift off the ground. And release back down. Let's do this one more time. So we'll lift with the out breath. And this time we're going to hold it. Release the left leg, send it out long, holding both hands to the right leg. So the leg just hovers off the ground, could be high, could be lower. And then switch to the other side. Switch again. If you can't do it with your head off the ground, you can always lie back down. We do want to try and create that tension in the abdominals. Keep switching from one side to the other. As the knee comes in, that's when we breathe out. Let's do one more on each side. Okay, then gather both knees in, lie back. Bring hands behind your thighs, and we're going to roll up and down a few times. So use your legs like momentum, coming up, and then roll back. See if you can try and balance with your feet off the ground. Just a couple more. And eventually staying up into a seated position and come and sit cross-legged. All right, so loop the shoulders up, back and down a few times. So you might like to close your eyes if you're comfortable with that, or soften your eye gaze. And then just let your shoulders all away from your ears. Sitting up tall, nice vertical alignment, but not so tall that we're pushing the chest forward. We just want nice ease in the body, gently drawing in through the front ribs, giving a little bit of tension in the abdominals. And then sweep your arms wide, reach all the way to the top. And then float wide and back down to your sides. Fingertips graze the ground, and then breathe up high again. With the out breath, open wide and touch down. Let's do that one more time. So rising with your in breath. And with the out breath, release down. All right, bring your hands to center. This time we're opening out wide in line with your shoulders. Turn towards one side, just the upper body, and then float one hand down and the other hand behind. One hand forward and the other hand behind. So we're trying to keep the hips square, just turning through the middle of the back, the upper back, the shoulders, maybe even turn your head to the behind. Coming through center again, open arms wide. Rotate to the other side with the out breath. One hand forward, one hand back. Keep lifting through the crown of your head. We'll do it once more on each side. So breath in to open. Breath out to rotate and float down. And then one more time, open, turn, and land. Keep spiraling around. Coming to face the front, walk your hands around to one side, so leaning out over one thigh. And then the front hand sweeps forward, up and over. Turn your shoulder open, and then reach your arm back to the diagonal. All open. Let's reverse that move. So coming out of it, forward, and then walk around to the other side. So leaning in towards the other thigh. Front arm sweeps up and over. Rotate your shoulders and pull your arm right back to the diagonal. Reversing out. To the first side again. So lean in towards the thigh. And then move the arm all the way over. Pull it back to the diagonal. Over and around to the front. Lift and open. And release. Now come over onto hands and knees. And let's stretch out the legs. So plant the hands Bring shoulders right the way over your wrists. Press down into everything here. And just extend one leg out long. Keep the toes on the floor and just rock forward and back a few times. So try and press right down onto the big toe. Get bend in the big toe. And then coming to the other side. Extend. And then rock forward and back. Stepping knees directly under your hips. Send your right leg up with a bent knee and keep your hips level. So we're not rotating the hips open. We want to keep both hip points facing the ground and gently drawing in through the belly so we're not completely dropping in the middle. Then the knee comes up towards your chest. Try and give it another lift so the thigh comes right up towards your body. Extend the leg up again, so keep the knee bent. And this time as you bring the knee under, keep lifting, a little bit of clearance underneath, and step the foot through. Bring it far enough forward so that as you sink into your hips, we're keeping the knee tracking over the heel. So you bring the root a little bit further forward. We're just staying low for the moment. Start to work into the stretch up through the left hip flexor. Keep the rest of your body really long, so we're not hunching into this. We want to think about lengthening from the back knee all the way out to the crown of the head. Then pulling back, flex the foot for a bit more intensity in the stretch. Try and sit the hips back and lean your chest forward. So you can even keep a bit of a bend in the front knee if you're feeling really tight here. Then we'll flatten the front foot, tuck the back toes under, lift the knee off, climb on up to your thigh, and then sweep arms up if you're feeling steady. Hold for another breath, then float fingertips down, drop the back knee, release the foot, sweep arms up. So pull in through the belly, tilt the tailbone down. So this time we're in a much more upright position. Hold for another breath. And then fingertips touch down. Come onto your knees again. We'll do it again on the other side. So plant the hands. So we've got that lift in the navel. So we're not standing in the middle. This time, left leg hooks up. Knee comes in and under towards the body. Toes point up. So there might be a little bit of squeeze in the left glute. Knee comes under. Another little lift. Get as high as you can and then take a big step through. You can always take an extra step if you need it. So we want to be heavy in this front heel so that it's not floating on the ground. Okay, so we'll just stay low for a moment here, starting to warm up through the front of the hip flexor to get a stretch there. Hold for another breath, get a sense of lengthening all the way out to the crown of the head. And then pull the hips back, flex the front foot, keep the knee as bent as it needs to be depending on how tight you feel here. But do try and lengthen through your spine, so press the chest forward so that we're not scooping in around the chest area. Okay, flatten the front foot, tuck the back toes under, lift the knee off, and then when you're feeling steady, climb on up either to the thigh, or if you keep your balance, try and raise your arms up. Hold for another breath here. And touch down, drop the back knee to the floor, release the foot, and sweep arms high. So we want this little pelvic tilt. So we're pulling in through the belly, lengthening down through the tailbone, stretching up to fingers. Hold for another breath here. And with the out breath, land the hands. Come onto your knees. And then tuck your toes under. Send your hips high and back into your down dog. So we're strong through the hands. Keep pushing your hips right back so the legs are a little heavier. Pressing the chest through, not so much that we're collapsing around the front ribs, but just so that we are creating that long line from the crown of the head out to the tailbone. And you might start to bring the heels just a little bit lower if you can do it without arching through the rest of your body. Starting to get a bit of a stretch up through the backs of the legs. Let's hold and breathe. And then send your right leg up, bend to the top knee. So allow the hips to rotate here, but keeping your weight even in each hand. Coming forward, knee comes towards your chest. So lift your thigh up towards your body. Sweeping up and over again. This time we're bringing it around to the outside of the elbow. Keep your weight all the way forward, push into your hands, and then step your foot just outside your hand, where it kind of replaces the hand. So keeping that nice and close so it gets on the mat. Then spin the back heel to the ground, and windmill your way all the way up to your warrior. Oh. Take a moment to drop in, settle into both feet. Try and get the weight even into the front foot and the back foot. So you may need to pull your body back a little towards the back leg. Keep drawing in through the belly, long down through the tailbone, and let shoulders fall away from ears. So we're not hunching up around the neck. Front arm sweeps up and over. Hold for another breath here. Then coming forward, forearm lightly on the thigh and the other arm sweeps over. Keep rotating the shoulders open, maybe look up and do your arm if you can. Coming up again, and this time we're extending both legs. So straight legs, reach the front arm high, pull it back a bit further, hold for another breath. And then windmill all the way up and over. Bending the front knee, hands come inside the foot. Lift the back heel, so we're high up on that back big toe. Come low into the hips, plant the left hand and add a twist. So right arm reaches high. Keep rotating your shoulders open. Pull your arm back a bit further. Hold for another breath. And then bring your hand just inside your foot, tuck it in close. Plant down into your hands and just rock forward and back a few times. And then start to lighten the front foot. Then sweep it up and over behind you. Good. All right, touch down. Walk on the spot or hold still, whatever you prefer. Then we'll send the left leg up, bend the top knee. Try not to rotate the bottom knee inwards. Try and keep the kneecap pointing forwards. Then coming forward, knee up towards your body, so the thigh towards the belly. Sweep the leg up and over again. Going forward, this time to the outside of the elbow. Try and lift the thigh a little bit higher again, to the side of the waist. And then step your foot just outside the hand. So shuffle it in close. Spin the back heel down. Long, strong back leg. And wind your way up into your warrior. Take a moment to settle in. So we've got shoulders stacked over hips, pulling back a little. Belly in. Got that tiny pelvic tilt. Dropping down into both feet. Bring a little softness in the hands. Yeah. Then flip the front palm up and reach up and over. Coming forward, lightly on the thigh, other arm over. Turn and look up under the arm if you can. Wind your way up again. Now extend through both legs. A lot of energy from the heel all the way up through your body to the top fingertips. Hold for another breath. And then come all the way over, bend the front knee, lift your back heel, so you're level in your lunge. Plant the right hand, send your chest forward, then lift your left arm high. Keep rotating, so over across your chest. Pull the arm a little bit further back. And then bring your hand inside your foot, tucked in close. Bring some weight into the hands and rock forward and back a few times. So we're lifting the hips a little, so that front foot feels lighter. And then sweep the leg up and over. Touch down. You can either hold or you can pedal on the spot, whatever you like. So strong in the hands. The feeling of lengthening crown to tail. And then walk your feet in towards your hands and we'll come into a forward fold. Generous knee bend as much as you need. Drape your body down, let your head hang. Loosen up through shoulders. Either hold your elbows or forearms or just let your arms hang loose if you choose. Spread your toes. And just notice how it feels to have the weight back into your heels or forward into the balls of the feet, maybe more into one side than the other. So you can create some movement here or hold still, whatever feels good to you. Okay, loosen up the arms just so you can hang. And then curl all the way up to standing. Take your time, take as long as you want. Then once you're upright, float arms high. Bring hands together and lower to your center. Just taking a moment here to recenter everything, to feel into your posture. So visualize the alignment of your body from the feet to knees to hips, ribs, shoulders, jaw, and the crown of the head. And then eyes float open. Just slide the feet a little bit wider so they're around about shoulder width apart. And then sweep arms down and high. Drop one arm down your side and you can either lengthen it down your leg or you can bring a hand to your hip and extend through the side body. So we still want to be drawing in through the belly so we're not putting a lot of pressure into the lower back. Coming up, both arms, and over to the other side. Just go as far as it feels good. With your next breath, rise again. Now a little softness in the knees. Keep your hips facing forward, turn your upper body and reach one arm forward, one arm back. Straighten legs, extend up high. So coming back through center. And then soften knees again. One arm forward, one back. So still trying to keep both hip points facing front. Reaching up, and this time we'll dive into our forward fold, so soften knees and release all the way down. Coming out for a couple of breaths. Bring in some movement if you want, or hold still. And then we'll repeat that same thing, so curling all the way up. You can take longer this time if you want to. Feel the way your body stacks upon itself. Head comes up last, and then the arms. Touch and lower to your center. Just pause here for a moment, readjust, take a breath. And then we'll do that same sequence again. So sweep arms down and reach up high. Drop one arm down your side. So you want a little bit of tension in the belly, in the abdominals, just to help hold your posture. With your next breath, rise again. Come over to the other side. So if you need that support, you can have your hand on your hip, otherwise sliding down. Through center, take your time coming up. Little softness in the knees, we can maintain our posture. Turn the upper body, reaching open. Inhale to rise, straighten legs. Exhale to the other side. Rising up. And let's dive really dramatically down into our forward folds. Pull your arms wide, soften knees, and let everything hang down. You may like to shake out, head and neck. Maybe rock from side to side. Even hold elbows like a rag doll. Okay, then we'll scoot one leg under, all the way down to the ground, and take a seat. Soles of the feet together, bring fingertips behind. Now pull your shoulders wide, plant hands to the floor, lift your chest, let your knees fall open, tip your head back to wherever it feels good. So we're not losing control, but we're not completely tensing up. And you can either stay here, or if you want to take it higher, float your hips off the ground if you're feeling stable, strong. Keep lifting the center of your chest. Draw shoulders away from ears, ears away from shoulders. One more breath, and lower down slowly. Tipping from hips, coming forward, you can hold on to your shins, or your ankles, or wrap your toes, just wherever it feels good to you. But try and lengthen your body forward without hunching and scooting in. So we're pressing the chest forward. Stay for a couple more breaths. Coming out slowly, bring knees up and come and lie down onto your back. Bring your feet in a little closer towards your hips. Arms down the sides of your body, and we'll try and keep knees in line with your hips and not falling open or together. Your thighs might fall together, but do try and keep them on track. Pushing down into the soles of your feet and float your hips off the ground. Get yourself into a position that you can sustain. We want to focus on lengthening from the shoulders right out to your knees. So we're not completely popping the chest open or the ribs. We want to gently contain the front ribs, so a little bit of tension at the front of the body there, and squeezing the glutes. Driving down into the soles of your feet. So it's not about how high you can get, it's about finding a position that feels buoyant and kind of suspension in the body, ease of breath, relaxed around your throat. Feeling broad across the shoulders so that we're not hunching the shoulders in. Might be a little bit of fatigue in the glutes, let's stay with that. Hold for a few more breaths. As long as you can. You can always lower down whenever you've had enough, or try and stay up for a bit longer. And let's make this one our last breath in. And with the out breath, slowly roll them down until eventually the hips land. Let the glutes release and relax. Move your arms a bit wider of your body with your palms up. Lower knees over to one side and turn your head to the opposite direction. And then we'll come up through center and lower to the other side. Keep moving from one side to the other, and you can go at your own pace. But go a bit slower if you want. But do try and move with your breath. So we always breathe out with the contraction. So breathe out as the legs lower. Let's do around one more to each side. And eventually when you're done, come back up through center. Bring hands to your thighs, sliding up to your knees. Bring all the hips a little bit further away so the knees can come in comfortably. And we're not trying to squeeze them in tightly, especially not after doing the back extension. Just holding them in nice and gentle. Land the left foot to the floor. Send your right leg high. But you can get as much of a bend as you need depending on how tight you feel in this position. So just gently holding maybe behind the thigh or one hand up the calf, whatever feels good to you. Think about sending your heel high and the back of your hip down into the ground. So opposite forces, I guess. Now keeping your hips level on the ground, open your leg out to the side, knowing where your natural turnout is. It's around about diagonal. Prop your elbow to the ground and use your hand to support the weight of your leg. And try hard not to roll off the opposite hip. So once you're in position, just relax back slightly. There might be a lot of tension here, especially in the thigh or the groin area. Find that right balance between effort and ease. And then we'll pass the leg over to the other hand, coming up through center. So it's slowly just past the midline of the body, only to where you can before this hip rolls off the ground. If you want more intensity, so if you want a deeper stretch down the outside of the leg or hip, then you could try flexing the foot. Or you could just back off a little if it feels really intense. Hold wherever it feels right to you. And then coming to a neutral position again, holding either behind the thigh or around the calf. We're just going to curl the body up towards the leg. Hold. Another breath, try to hold the breath. And then slowly release back down. Switching legs over. So don't worry about how bent the lifted leg is. Try and create those opposite forces. Sending heel up, back of the hips down. Then we'll open out to the side. Bring the arm into a comfortable position where you can support your leg. Notice what's happening at the back of the hips and work to keep the pelvis level on the floor. If you find that you're tensing up around your shoulders or your neck, just let everything feel broad and open and relaxed. And coming over to the inside. So past center, just where you can without lifting the hip up. Maybe flex the foot if you're wanting to generate a bit more energy, more of an active stretch. And then coming back to neutral, hold down low or up high, whatever is right for you. And we'll take another breath in, lifting with the out breath, so curl chin towards chest, lift your shoulders up, and try and move your body close to your thigh. Make sure your neck is not strained at all. Stay right here, and then lower back down really slowly. Bend the knee, land the foot, and you can stay here with your knees bent up, or you can turn your feet together with the knees wide, dropping in. So just like at the start, we'll take a scan throughout the body, notice the points of contact with the floor beneath you. And then with each exhalation, let your body sink more heavily into those points. Feel the way the ground supports your body. Surrender into it. We'll just stay here for a few more breaths, not for long. Try and hold your attention here. Notice what you feel in your body. Notice where your mind goes. Let's come out really slowly. Start by just moving your hands, wriggle and stretch. And then sweep palms all the way up overhead. One leg long and then the other. Open arms wide and get the knees up towards your chest, resting hands on top, nice and gentle. And you can choose either to roll over to one side to come up, or you can grab hold behind your thighs and rock up and down a few times, depending on how energetic you're feeling. And finally, coming up to seated and to cross legs to finish. Loop the shoulders up, back and down a few times. Then just drop in, lifting through the crown of the head. And we'll take a breath to finish, floating arms wide and high. Fingertips touch, down center, and at your heart space.